awesome.
Excited to be here.
Yes, let me tell you, these black women let me tell you, these faces beat, the hair is dead,
that's the thing.
legs to the side, front, everything.
One thing's for sure, two things for certain. Face gonna be beat and hair gonna be laid.
That part.
I actually don't even wear makeup to work, but since I've turned 30, I've made it a goal to dress for the job that I want. So since I've been back in office, I've been coming to work dressed up, and I was like, oh, good, perfect. I just keep my beat on until I go live tonight.
Yes. Listen, and happy belated birthday.
Of
course. Listen, so
welcome to the 30 club.
Yes, welcome to the 30s club.
Child, my knee already hurt.
You tired yet? Your body hurt yet?
It goes
Been there.
It goes downhill from here.
Oh my goodness. I know we're just waiting for Miss T Talk, so I know it's gonna come in. So I don't want to start none of the questions or anything until you get here. Bebe.
Hi.
What's going on, sis?
Said I thought you was 25, Jionne. Okay, aging backwards.
Listen,
yes, I love it. I love when you get those comments of oh, I thought you was actually. I was like, oh really? Okay.
See, that's what happens when you drink your water, mind your business, eat your fruits and veggies.
have you on mind your business? I ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right. Right. What you said is like, not my sink, not my dishes.
Oh, I like that. I'm using that.
Not my sink, not my dishes.
I say not my monkey, not my zoo.
Oh, that's the one you use?
That's
Okay.
I'm not
Not
my monkey, not my zoo. But yeah.
Same thing. Tomatoes. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna see where Miss T Talk is. I know she's coming through.
I mean, well, we could
we could go ahead and we can start our intro. So, because I'm gonna take up no more of your time. All right, so guys, thank you so much for coming through. We basically just doing a nice little media side chat. This is in talks just to some of the ladies, just to get to know some of the panelists a little bit more. We are going to have them on stage next Saturday, right with us at our Pursuit and Passion 2, Part 2 panel coming up. So listen, we're just gonna let Danielle, we're gonna do some little bit of introductions, and you're gonna let your ladies just kind of speak on where you like some of the things that you handle right now, and then we're just gonna go into our little chat.
Okay, so Jionne, you can start it off. You can introduce yourself.
Wow. So I'm a host and moderator. I'm also a legal assistant at BET, where I support the business and legal affairs team, mainly for unscripted content. So documentaries, the tempo, which are the live shows, and anything of that nature. And I'm just out here trying to get anywhere I fit in.
Right.
Okay, and Bebe.
All right, you guys. I'm the host and producer of my own music series called The Bebe Show. And y'all know I interview all the indie artists, and then they become bigger artists, but y'all never forget that I put y'all on. So that's, I'd like to say I put you on more than the radio. So I like to say that. So, hey, I'm here.
Hey. All right. So ladies, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. So first off, we're gonna so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have some questions, some light questions. It's not gonna be the same questions that's gonna be for the panel. For the panel. So basically what we want to do, like I said, we want to talk about the highs and lows of, being creatives and just being journalists, because we have our moments. Mm-hmm. We sit with a lot of artists. I'm quite sure, Jionne, you have sat with a lot of clients, and came across some good, some bad, the ugly.
I'm sure you have some artists that you're like, what, WTF?
Child, she be on Facebook venting, like she like, listen, I don't know what y'all be thinking, but what is y'all doing? But you definitely this panel, the reason why I chose you ladies and reached out to you is because obviously you have done, first of all, representation matters, right? Mm-hmm. We are working in a culture and in an industry that can be, dominated by men, so obviously the purpose and the meaning of this is obviously I wanted to bring together a collective of women who is really doing their thing when it comes to media, when it comes to being a creative, when it comes to really speaking out and just shining. Like, you guys got your own, you might be working, we all might have our 9 to 5s, but you guys, ladies, 5 to 9, got your own. You are holding it down when it comes to the media. You are holding it down when it comes to music. And so we just want to say that we just want to share the platform to be able to give you ladies your flowers.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Of course. Talk about some of the best ways, either one of you can answer. Talk about some of the best ways to be able to approach you as a journalist in a sense, or even as a creative, so that they can, an artist or maybe a client could be able to get to be in your grace or be with, to work with you.
You want to take it, Jionne?
Yeah, so I recently started accepting like mentees, because a lot of girls have reached out to me wanting advice, and personally I don't even see myself the way people see me, because I'm still not where I want to be. So I think the best way for people to reach out to me, you don't have to like send me a whole essay, but I think people need to do their research and be clear. I've had people reach out to me and say, hey, can you do a feature on my song? I'm like, I don't do music. Oh, I thought you did music. So be clear on why you're reaching out to me, but just also know what your goals and aspirations are and how I can help you with that. Because my schedule's starting to pick up, and I can't do that for you. But usually I'll do the, the back and forth conversation. But once you hit me up, just send me a whole synopsis on what you want, how I can best assist you, and I'll let you know if it's something I can take on, or I'll even point you in the right direction. Because most of the time I post stuff in my stories anyway. But just DM me, email me, but just be super clear on what it is that you want me to, you need my services for.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with that. So before we continue,
no, I was gonna say, let me just say, Jionne, she is like, she does a lot, and aside from going viral, because sis was like viral on TikTok, had mad different like outlets posting her.
Yes.
Doing it. Right.
All right. So before we jump into, and we have Bebe have you answer, we want to introduce one of our other panelists that is going to be with us on May 13th. Yes. No other, Miss Tiana Health, Miss T-Talk.
Hello.
Welcome, beautiful.
Hello, darling.
Listen, let me tell you, she be giving all the time. All the time. Giving.
True.
Okay.
I love y'all. Like, hi.
Hello.
Real quick, can you just like give an introduction of like, as far as like what you do, and just a little bit about you, just real quick.
Sure. So I am, I've been two names like so far. I'm like Tiana Health or Miss T-Talk, but Tiana Health, Miss T-Talk. I'm the creator of two shows, T-Talk, which I've been doing for 11 years. Like clap, over a decade, interview a bunch of people, artists, celebrities, you name it. And then I have another show called Missing on Long Island, which is a crime investigative series, which is, it really tapped into my crime side, y'all. So I have those two shows. I'm a mentor, I'm a host. I'm so glad to be in this space with these beautiful, amazing women. So that's
and I love like how everybody is like, it's just not one sided, it's like multi-dimensional. Like everybody is like doing some like multiple things.
You have to.
I was like, listen, you gotta wear multiple hats.
Right.
Multiple hats.
It's like you do this, okay, and okay, you do this, and what else?
One of these gonna pop.
Right.
Exactly. So I need to know which one.
Right. That part. Something gotta give. And we do have one other panelist, but obviously due to Instagram we wasn't able to fit everybody on, trying to make it work. But Miss Nikki Vontae, who's not with us, but yes, she's one of the panelists as well. She has done some big and major things. She has worked with City Girls. She has got her own media company. She has done some major things. So we are super excited for all these ladies to be on this platform. So thank you so much. So before you actually came in, we was actually talking about best approach when it comes to for artists or clients to be able to approach you as creators or as journalists. So yes, we was just wrapping up on one response. I think we're gonna go right over to Bebe.
I like to tell artists, approach me how you like to be approached. So I'm not saying you have to be super professional, but be honest that, okay, say for instance, on Mondays, y'all see I do 24 hours. I post a new song that comes out Friday. So the previous Friday, I drop it on Monday. So if you're dropping a song on that Friday and you want to approach me about it, just send me a press release and send the song. And don't say, oh, you have to listen to this. Because I don't have to listen to anybody's music. So make sure you approach me how you want to be approached. Because I'm human like everybody else. So
very true.
I want to press play, but I don't want to be forced to press play because I'm going to be like, this is uncomfortable. So I just say, approach me how you want to be approached.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss T Talk.
What was the question?
So as what is the best way to for an artist or a creative to be able to for an artist or a client to be able to approach you as a journalist or host?
Oh, first, I would love to be approached in like an email, not a DM. So let's say that first. And like Bebe said, like I need to see like an EPK, a headshot. I need to see professionalism. You have to take your craft as serious as I take my craft. So I definitely think the comments are making me laugh. You guys are crazy in here.
I was like, wait, what?
Yo.
I wasn't even paying attention to the
I was trying not to react to it.
But my glasses, but I can see that. Like,
y'all are great. I think it's a few of my followers. That's why it's hilarious. Yeah, just be as professional as I am. Don't think like like even like with picking up what Bebe said, like don't think that I have to look or like listen to anything that you have going on. But if you got all that behind you, I'm like, wow, it looks appeasing. I'm like, okay, who is this artist? They have this, they have that, that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look. Let me see.
Okay. Now, and just to like follow up of Bebe of like what you said with the I don't have to listen or do anything. How do you guys, like if you have somebody that you're not really feeling, that you don't want to work with professionally, how would you kind of like deny them or say, you know what, this isn't for me, or
Disrespectfully. It's no hard feelings. Like, I mean, I say it in a way where it doesn't, because I don't know where this person's gonna be down the line. I'm gonna run into them in person. I don't know who they know, so I say it in a way where it's just like, it's you, it's me, not you. Like, hey, I would love to work with you, but unfortunately, I don't think I had the proper services to help you with X, Y, and Z, or I don't have the time. My go-to is always I don't have time. Even if I do have time, I'll just say I can't do it because I'm booked up. Sorry.
ChatGPT. ChatGPT, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Every time if I have to say no, I kind of send them to someone else. So I'm still resourceful. So I have a list.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Y'all
might have got some. So I send.
We probably did.
I send a list of all the media that I know of with like email contacts, and I send them to someone else.
I.e. us.
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, because I mean, we have had some approach it. I'd be like, Danielle, look at this. Like, we have some people that literally
just like
got into the DMs and just won't stop DMing. And I'll just be like, Danielle know I handle the professional courtesy side, well, thank you so much for reaching out and everything, unfortunately at this present time, we're just not, probably in that space to be able to assist you or things of that nature. But we try to, like Jionne said, is this, you never know where that person may go.
That's
because we hear stories all the time. Look at Drake when he talked about when he first I think who did he approach? Was it, I can't even remember. We hear stories all the time about, artists approaching, our bigger artists at the time or whatever the deal is. And they just was like, nah, all this stuff. And then you hear them like, oh man, I wish I would have signed them or did this and all this other stuff. Because they just never knew. Just never know.
That's crazy.
Okay. So next, with this working in this industry, first of all, obviously we get a lot. We have to deal with social media, we have to deal with people face to face, obviously events and all sorts of things. Mental health is really big. So I kind of wanted to get you guys intake. Each of you can answer on, how do you encourage being a better you while working in this industry?
Should I go first? Oh, okay.
Actually, since Miss T Talk came in last, we can have her start first.
Oh, hello. How do I assist with keeping like my mental health like afloat when it comes down to? See, that's a really good question. Because sometimes I feel like I would distract myself by doing my shows or doing stuff like that. And I feel like sometimes we have to be honest about that. And I'm honest with them, like, you know what, let me just edit my shows since I have so much on my mind or something like that. But then I take a step back and I'm just like, you know what, no, Tiana, you have to just relax, feel your feelings. And you know, it's important for us to feel our feelings. It's healthy that we can feel our feelings and be honest with ourselves. Like I'm very vulnerable, like on social media. Like I've become vulnerable on social media about like the things that I go through or stuff like that, because you never know who sees it, who is watching. But you know, how I really cope with stuff like that, I really try to be organized. Try to be in the gym, working on my fitness, whatever Fergie said. I you know, try to find new outlets, do things that you enjoy other than work. Do other things outside of that which you enjoy. So that's what I would do.
Yes, I'll jump in. And I hate to sound schizophrenic, but I give Bebe a break.
No,
I give Bebe a break, because honestly, it's a lot to be Bebe. She has to be in everybody's face, and it's not a fake thing. I feel like Bebe's the manifestation of my dreams. So I have to be in everyone's face and be on 20, not even 10. So when I bring it all back and worry about my mental health, I have to be away from people. I have to enjoy solitude, read books, and truly just embrace Britney, because Bebe that girl a lot. So I have to make sure I'm good so that I can be able to be outside.
Okay. All right.
I not recently, but I got a therapist who has really helped me figure out what my triggers are. Because similar, I struggle with boundaries, really bad anxiety, and when I feel like I'm stressed out, I bury myself in my work. Or if I don't want to deal with any emotions, I bury myself in my work. And what came good out of that is I've been known as a workaholic. You work really hard. But I've noticed that I'm a functioning depressant, meaning I'll be depressed and be functioning more than I should. Whereas some people who have depression, they'll like retrieve, whereas I'll buff up a little bit. And I started realizing that I can't do that. So I started saying no. It made me lose a lot of friendships, because when I used to be, I'm the go-to person for everybody. Family, friends, my job, and I've had to take my boundaries very seriously and have me time. So I've started to not feel bad about needing to be alone sometimes, having to say no, because I used to feel bad, like, dang, I really want to help somebody, but I don't have the mental capacity right now. And by saying no, I've started to like appreciate me a little more. I have more time for me, because I used to give up my time to so many people and be drained and not get nothing from nobody. So I've started to take that very seriously, especially this year, because I struggle with it. But because my therapist has helped me realize my triggers, if I know I'm not okay and I see myself taking on projects, I have to say, Jionne, you know damn well you didn't deal with your emotions from this incident. You need to retract that email and say, you know what, can I get back to you? And I've been really serious about that, and it's been helping me so far.
I love that. I think everybody has a way of definitely processing, because I know even for us, like, I think it was like last year, I literally,
she was like,
I told Day, I was like, you know, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a business owner, then I still work a full-time job, you know, and then it's like I'm always thinking and being creative and trying to get, you know, create ideals and, you know, strategies. And I think it was like around September, October, and I literally had to have a talk with Danielle. I had told her, I was like, you know what? I was like, you know, I'm a real nice person. As Jionne, as you said, you know, I'm literally either the go-to person or, you know, always trying to figure things out or trying to, you know, just be that person, just be like, okay, I'm helping everybody. I literally got to a point where I was like, I realized, because, you know, I'm not a person to like blow up and things of that nature, but I got told Danielle, I was like, look, I think we need to take a break for a second. Like, we can still post some things, whatever, but I need to fall back. Like, let's regroup, let's come back, and then we'll be okay. I said, whatever. I didn't even care if we lost followers. I didn't even care if we, you know, friends, family, anything at that point. And it was just like me. When I took that break, I literally sat back. I was just like, all right, I didn't want to answer my phone. I just didn't, nothing. I just really wanted to just be and just really think about Aasha, like really think about Aasha. Obviously, I still had to be on mom mode and wife mode. But even with talking to my husband, like he understood. And he was like, babe, you know, when you need a time, when you need a moment, he's like, just tell me. He's like, I'll know. You good. So, and I respected that. So you know, sometimes you just got to cut it off.
And just as a creative, it is very necessary. Cause like Jionne said, like you don't want to have like a burnout, and then it's like, okay, you bring yourself out, and then it's like, what do you have left? You know.
I mean, the beauty of me being transparent, even to my friends about this, I've seen who's kind of like, who I guess are upset that I'm having these boundaries, but then I've noticed the pure friendships of those who saying, "Oh, you're having a moment. How can I help you in this moment?
Right.
What do you need?"
That part.
And
that
I think
part.
instead of villainizing all my friends, like no one's there when I need them, it's like, well, Jionne, you're not even vocalizing to people that you need help because you are the help. And it's just like, hey, I just need you to give me a second, or I can help you, but can you check up on me more? Can you ask me how my day is going before you ask me for something? Like, at least. And that's how it's helped create that kind of dynamic with my friends to say, you know what, I need to show up for her in these ways.
Right. And that's very important, because when I first met Bebe, like I started following on social media, and I just started connecting with her. And I know that was some things that you were posting. Maybe you can talk about it. Talk about dealing with women, female relationships and meeting women, because that has been hard for me, not even just for females, also for men. So I've always wanted to show people, like, I'm literally here as a genuine friend. Like I'm not here. I want to see everyone. I really say I want to see everyone win. I want to see them win. Like, that's how I've been. And I even reach out to Miss T Talk and tell you, like, I see some of your posts. I'm like, girl, this is encouraging, or this is everything. Like, I love it. And that's just how I really am. Like, hands down. So I don't know, Bebe, you kind of want to talk about, since this actually leads into my next question about building friendships and relationships with other women,
I guess when I ventured to you, it started a trend, because I have like media besties. Like, I have my support circle. Of course, T Talk is my bestie, so she knows. But it's the honesty, the transparent, like coming to somebody being like, you know what? I've been through hell with women, but I like you. Like, that's the first thing. I like you. And I told a few women before, I was like, friendships kind of scare me, because it's like relationships. Because when things go bad, it's like a bad breakup. I still have to grieve that person from before. So I'm like, this is what I've been through, but you're amazing. I want to take the chance. Let's be friends. Let's go hang out. And lately, I do it with women that do media, and it's wonderful because we all look different. We all do different things. Like, she does the investigations. I'm like, yo, she does that. You could call her for that. And then I have one person who does like strictly indie, and I have one person, she does the diva report. So it's just like, we are all so different, but I can come to each one of them for any type of help or support that I need, or even just to talk about my day. And I don't know, I think you started the trend, because I went to you, and other people kept coming. And my therapist told me that my tribe was gonna come, and literally it's been coming, and I'm so grateful for that.
Love that.
Amazing.
Like, a follow-up to that, so how can we as women, we can come together to be more supportive and less, like, I guess, competitive? Because we are all in similar industries, like, how can we make it where it's like less of a competition and more of a sisterhood? I
honestly just have the mindset that there's enough room for everybody to win. When I see women doing what I want to do, as far as hosting, if you're on the red carpet, I want to be there. I embrace that, and I want to learn from you, because I might have some connections that you need, and you might have something I need. So let's network across and help each other. I think when I first started getting into the industry, I have it left such a bad taste in my mouth how I was treated, because I didn't have the accolades I have now, where women didn't give me, not even women, just people in general didn't want to give me the time of day. And I was networking hard. I went to all the brunches, the networking events, and people would literally
everywhere
not want to interact with me. I don't know, it's because the way I looked as a plus size girl, or you just came out the post office. I can't get nothing from you. But what they missed was a person who was hungry, who was doing the necessary work, and you could have utilized me in any way, any capacity, and I would have remembered that and would have gave you your flowers and helped in that. But which is why now moving forward, I'm trying to change that narrative where if anybody comes to me for help, I'm giving you the help. I'm not about to charge you $1,000 for it. I'm not going to haze you about it, because I remember my process of trying to go through this. And it's like, listen, how can I assist you? Which is why I said be clear about your goals and aspirations, so I can know how I can assist you and help you, because no one should have to go through that. There's enough room in this industry for everybody to win. It doesn't have to be such a small plate.
Oof, I love that. I love what you just said. I want to, chime in. Yes, like, I think, building relationships and then, for them to be genuine, because we've had came across some women that aren't, we can talk about it, like that are not, I'm playing devil's advocate with y'all tonight, that are not that are not genuine, and it's just like, or would take our ideas, or just really just try to that has happened to me. I don't know about you guys, but it definitely has happened to me. But I try to embrace. I love, oh my God, I'm like a freebie. I love giving everybody so much good advice. Like I said, even me and her best friends, we are in each other. We call each other like, how do we edit this? How do we do this? How do we do that? Da, 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 da. And it's just like, and it's so good to have such a sisterhood like that. And it's very important to have those people who genuinely care about you, your mental health, your craft, and your work, and even to see you strive, give you that constructive criticism, like, oh, like that doesn't, you should do it like this, or you should have, that is amazing to have those listening, ears. That's why, like, women in media, Black women in media, Black women in media, we are really coming up, and I'm seeing it. I'm finally seeing it. And it's just, I love to be in rooms just like this. That's why I cannot wait for next weekend. It's gonna really brighten up my Mother's Day weekend to be with you guys. I'm gonna be like looking like baddies.
Yes.
Speaking of, and guys, if you have not purchased your tickets, we are available on Eventbrite. Please purchase your tickets.
So let me tell you, it's going to be crazy because we're going to start off with some, obviously we got DJ Canal coming through. He's going to be giving out this business. We got some finger food. We're going to have trust me, it's going to be more than enough. You guys are going to be
specialty drinks.
There's going to be some specialty drinks that you can purchase as well. Our panelists, we got some surprises for you guys. Of course, come out, enjoy, network, guys, network.
Yeah,
this is really what it's about. And it's not just about women empowerment, the brunches that we go to and things
this ain't the fakeness.
We got some real women that's really coming through, who is really grinding, who's doing their thing. We are just super excited to have you guys a part of it. So guys, please, this is nothing but the real. Like I said, it's nothing but, it's real music, it's real style, it's real people. We got realness over here. So guys, get your tickets. The link is in our GNS&x bio. Definitely come out. They're gonna drop some gems.
Yes.
They're gonna give us some enlightenment. And guys, come out and network. There might be some things that everybody can help you. Somebody can help you with.
Right.
All right. So I want to kind of go into some do's and some don'ts. In your book, when you're working with either artists or clients, what are some do's and don'ts for you?
Do come prepared to know who this person is. Do your background work. Don't take nothing personal. You gotta be thick-skinned in this industry. You can't be walking around with a chip on your shoulder. You gotta just not take nothing personal that anyone said.
Right.
Baby,
I'm really trying to think of one, because I was still prepared for the last question.
Oh, we don't get your answer. Go ahead. Do you? Okay. Then we'll come back. We'll come back around the block on that. So then, Bebe, go ahead. Answer from the last question. Sorry.
You said about competing.
Yes.
I used to be really one of those people that was like, why is she up there? Because I don't have a degree in this. So I used to be like, why is she up there? Oh, just because they have a degree? This was me like 10 years ago, and I was just looking at them. But that's my insecurity, because I don't have my degree. So they say if you want the job, you got to be around the people. So I'll be around the girls that know. And now my feeling towards it is, if God is blessing you and we friends, he around the neighborhood. I'm the next block. Mine's is coming.
Yep.
My time is coming. Like, I'm fine. If you win, I'm ecstatic, because I know next time it might be me. It might be the next person. I'm going to wait my turn, because what's for you is for you. So,
girl with a master's, you're fine. That thing ain't do nothing for me, but I just put it on the application.
We're not saying we don't want to go to college and get a degree, don't do it, but it's not something that's like, this is a part. Because it's like, you can really get away with, hell, I work in tech and I don't have a degree in what I do, but like,
I'm sitting on 2 master's degrees.
Let me get one of them.
Like, I'm on the business side of the industry, corporate space, so that's the only reason why I have a degree. But if I was strictly doing creative, freelancing, full-time, a degree is not needed.
Yeah.
Only because I'm in a corporate space and I have to be like working in business legal affairs. You need some type of foundation.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that.
Some type of experience and some type of it is really of a who you know.
Right.
It really is.
And I want to put this out here because, you know, I came from, so obviously for those who don't know my full background, obviously I came, when I first moved to New York, I literally started working in, you know, major labels heavily. And, you know, of course, I don't want to put it out there, but I'm just saying this. Obviously I worked around a lot of men. I worked around some men, you know, that's in the industry, things of that nature. And I've always, and like Jionne says, you know, maybe it's like the plus side thing, you know, I've always been a thick chick, you know, I never been, you know, scrappy and skinny, you know, but I've always, you know, one thing about me was like, if you put me in a room with a bunch of people, I'm just going to speak on what I know. You know, I'm not trying to outbeat somebody. I'm not trying to, and I have gotten told that was like, oh no, you need to sit cute in the corner, or you need to just go ahead and do these expenses and be good. I've told Danielle many times where I have went and I got asked to be a part of a panel, and those guys, and the guy, when I actually had a response, a gentleman literally sat next to me and responded to me. He was like, oh, so you actually do know something about the industry. And I was just like, okay. And I guess the thing that I'm just trying to say is just, you know, being in this industry has been very, very tough, you know, and, you know, to see, I think what I'm so proud of in this time, in this day and age, is seeing women of color really stepping out and really just, I mean, really doing the damn thing when it comes to hosting, when it comes to moderating, when it comes to really, you know, red carpets and seeing black clothes, because I didn't see a lot of that. I didn't get a lot of that. And I got pushed to the side when it was like, when I will say, you know, this is why they'll tell you, you know, don't always talk about your dreams with everybody, you know, and everything like that, because sometimes people will disencourage you in regards to what
your downfall too.
That part too. And it was crazy because now what's so crazy, I think I was telling you last year, I went to Vegas. I had the opportunity to work with Black women in media, do some hosting. And I saw one of the gentlemen I used to work with at the label. And honey, they opened their arms and hugged me, told, oh, I didn't see you. I'm like, you was the main one that was saying, like, what you know? Like, what you talking? Like, you don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. And it was just surprising. But I didn't be negative. I still was like, you know, like, hey, what's up? Embracing and things like that, because that's not me. You know, I was like, oh, okay. But I just want to let you know, bruh, I'm here.
I still remember.
I'm not going to forget it. It is what it is. And I want to be able to create a table for women like me, so that other women like me can create their own table, and that it can just keep flowing. And that's basically it. Like, that's what it is. And I wanted to just drop the mic on them. That's it.
Did that.
We love when them tables turn.
that. Okay, so now we're coming back around the corner real quick. So some do's and don'ts in regards to.
I feel like Bebe got a lot.
I feel like Bebe about to give us it. She about to let it out when it comes to working with, you know, artists and clients.
Do not have your real number on Instagram. That's my main do not, because I actually felt good about it today because somebody contacted me and it goes to my Google Voice number. Wonderful. And they were like, oh, you're not answering your phone, and I really wanted to send you and I was like, oh, okay, you can email it.
But that's
why people don't like to email.
That's why it's on the profile.
Listen, do set boundaries. I set boundaries.
Because you're not gonna.
I have to set boundaries.
Me at midnight talking about some. Oh, hey, no.
I keep myself a mystery. What you see on is what I allow you to see is what you're gonna get.
That part.
So that's it. You know.
Yeah.
That's my main too.
All right, Miss T Talk.
What do's and don'ts with what?
Media.
So when it comes to, you know, you working with either, like, so for instance, obviously you host, you set up, you speaking with artists, you're speaking with clients, you obviously have mentees. What are some do's and don'ts that they need to know when working with you, basically?
You know what? A don't is, like, keep it professional. Like, I know I'm a baddie. Like, I get it. Like, I know.
I
know I
love
look
it.
good.
Yes.
Like, we all beautiful. But it's just like, I don't want to, I want to interview you.
Yeah.
Because you're
I don't want nothing past that. Yeah.
I want nothing past that. I don't, I don't. Like, so women and men, like, I don't, like, I'm straight, for the record. But it's just like, I think it comes with the territory in our industry. We didn't even get into that. With people, a lot of people want to date us or want advances and stuff like that in order for, I'm like, this is not the industry that I want to be in. But no, please don't try to date me. No. But it's
little shawty.
right. It's like, it's crazy out here. We're like, what the heck? Because it happened recently. That's why I said that.
And how did you turn that person down?
I'm so nice. I'd be like I'm like
I
this
was about
nice,
to say she dead laugh.
like I'm like this nice. I'm like this nice butterfly. Like, thank you. Or, that's so sweet. Or like, no, next time. Because sometimes, honestly, in this industry, like, to say no to people they take it so like crazy and so personal. But I'm learning as I get older and as I grow up, it's a no. Yeah. And another thing, like, we all, we have our shows and stuff like that. To come on the show, this is another thing. I don't know if you guys went through this and
we'll talk about some more.
But to come on my show is a request. To come on my show, it's not a Tiana, I want to be on your show. It is a request. Mm-hmm. So then, yes, another don't I'm going to say is, please don't be mad if I do not choose you to come on my platform, because there's so many other people. Do you think that if I request to go on freaking, I'm gonna say Tamron Hall because she's new, Sherry's new, she's relevant. It's a request to go on their show to speak about so and so and so. It's a request. Right. They'd be like, you did your interview, you didn't interview me yet. I'm like, oh my God. And I don't want to get out of character and be like, yo, like relax. But then there's people have been there. Now I'm gonna go with the do. People that have been very respectful. I appreciate you and your time for you to look at my request. Please get back to me at your early convenience if I am a good fit for your show. After they put a submission. Like, being polite and being nice can get you some places. Yeah. Yeah. Like, Very true. Yeah. So I think, just, you gotta, with people, you gotta watch out. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And because we had some crazy emails. I deal with a lot of the emails and the DMs. Sometimes I find funny ones that I'll just screenshot them and send them today. I'm like, like, really? And we actually changed our strategy in regards to, certain things, because I feel like we had to change our thought process as well, and see it, because at first I'm like, okay, yes, we want to be a show to be able to give indie artists an opportunity, but we want to feel like we're BET. We're looking at like we're BET. Yeah. We're looking at it like, we're the hot shots, and we want you in, when you send it in, because just because we may be a small platform, you still need to be professional. We are women who have worked in the industry. We are women who, know ins and outs of certain things. So we still want you to be able to come professional. So I think that sometimes people get it twisted because, they're just starting out. They need this. No,
and then you don't know need it. You don't know who's actually been on our live. Like we had Petey Crack. He came in on our live. Yep. Trina, she came in on our live. Beanie Siegel. Freeway. He came in, like, so you don't know who's watching.
We done had Ludacris. We done had quite a few people that really just pop in. Like, I don't know if it's by accident, but if it was, God led you. So, it is what it is.
I love that.
But and we're thankful for that. Mm-hmm. So and one thing about us is like one thing that when we approach people, another thing is too, that we let them know from the beginning. We kind of set the tone. I know Ms. Tita, you talk about people trying to keep advances after the fact or whatever. One thing about us, like, we try to definitely set the tone. We try to we just and we let people know we're not about the drama. Like, we're not about drama. We're not about gossip and everything. Like, when I say, like, we're purely about our business over here, we be our business. However, which way our friendships and our relationships grow in this point, like literally, like obviously God led us all together. Like we met in a sense, like our circles ran into circles and our circles ran into circles. So, you know, which I'm very thankful for, because the one thing about what I do before I get on any live, I pray. Before I do, you know, any interview, I pray. And the one thing about my business is that we want to make sure that it's God led, you know, and I want everybody to hear that. Anybody that looked and worked with us or not, or whatever the deal is God led, like hands down.
She not lying.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I got this, B. I'm like, okay. Okay, you got it.
I want to add that, similar to what you were saying, my show is structured different because I don't interview artists. I might, because I just hosted some stages for the Day Summit. Shout out to my host, Scott Morris. And artists are like eagerly like, can you interview me? Can you interview me? In my head, I'm like, even when I have my podcast, this is not the space. I'm more so about providing resources for people. Like I'm having experts come on my show and give you free gems. Right. Come on live and ask questions. You have access to people who work for YouTube Music, a producer who has worked for Dr. Dre and fucking Kanye West. Like I'm giving you access. Yep. But I've had, because I have such a small platform and I'm starting out, I've had people I reached out to who I know personally who just didn't show up the day of the show. Like literally no call, no show. I've had people who even showed up late, and I'm a very stickler for that because I take people's time seriously. So it would do something to it used to do something to my self-confidence, because I'm like, dang, you don't respect me enough to even show up on my show, and you just pulled a no call, no show. Like it wasn't important to you. I put it on your calendar. I know it's there, and at 8 o'clock I'm on live and you're not there. And it's like, okay, like what's going on?
We've experienced that. We be sitting up there like,
that has happened.
It was like weeks back to back. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like
I embrace it because I have people who's watching this process. Because my thing is, I used to want to have everything perfect. It's not going to be perfect, Jionne, and it's fine. But I want people to see that progress and see, because eventually when my show does pop, because what's for me is for me, and it gets big, and I have bigger people on there, it's going to be like, you missed out on your chance to jump on this wave when you could have been like, I was one of the first few people she was interviewing. Now when you need my following, it's going to be like, it's clip for you. You played in my face.
Exactly.
Right.
Wait, real quick. I want to say, like, I think what we should stop doing, because I know you just said it, we got to stop calling our platforms small. We have to stop.
You know what? You're right.
You got to stop doing
You're so right.
Like, we're not small, like we're.
I think I'm like universal.
I ain't never called my platform.
we don't do that. No, you just.
I know. I said it. I'm guilty.
I'm guilty. I'm saying it since like I don't have 1 million followers, so I know if someone goes to the Instagram page, it's like, well, what I want. So I rely on the personal relationships I made with people who have a huge name. I rely on them calling on my show because it gives me that accreditation I need. It makes me credible. Like, she only got 100 some followers, but this person was on there. This person was on there. Oh, this must be a girl who they trust. And these are only because of personal relationships I made, which is why, Jim, it's really important how people view you, like the effects you make on people. So my thing is, I always want people to know that I'm respectful, I'm punctual, and I'm always known as a girl who's a workaholic. So when I do ask people for favors for free, they're like, girl, of course, you've done this for me. You did this for me. I don't watch you grind, and I would love to be a part of it because of the relationships I made.
That's how we get, God has been a blessing, because people looked at us and we're like, oh, we see how you guys are working, how we see how when we come to you, if you ask a question, you're not basically giving us the cold shoulder. You really ask it. I'll tell anybody, Danielle know this from the beginning. Anybody come to me or ask me a question, I'm gonna give you the answer. I'm not gonna be shady. Listen, like I said from the beginning, I want everyone to win. So if you come, you ask a question, you need something, or maybe if I might not have it, I'll put it in contact with you, somebody. You got it. Bebe know everybody. She be like, you got this. I'm like, you got this. Girl, here's a party. Here's an event. Here's this girl RSVP. Somebody gonna be here. And I want everyone to be able to be in touch and in tune. So as you know, I do need to stop saying small. I have to.
But I know I say it too. So.
I'll say my baby.
Because we had some projects. Each and every one of us had some dope individuals definitely grace our platforms. Like, some artists I didn't even think, we'll be able to talk to. But I'm manifesting more. I'm encouraging more, and I'm speaking big life into every project and every thing that we doing. And so that I actually pray that everything that we touch and that we handle and that we do, it's blessed and it's big. So
that's a word.
Claim.
Yes.
So we one more question. What are some of the things you guys may be tired of when it comes to just the job, the careers that we have? What is, how some people say, oh, can we retire this, or can we stop saying this, or can we stop doing this? What are some things you feel?
Let me go.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be because it's gonna resonate with all three of you guys. So I mean four of you ladies so well, and I'm not trying to knock anybody, but stop getting these influencers to do these interviews.
Thank you.
Hire us.
Ibo Shata.
Right. We can kill these interviews at Rolling Loud. We can kill these interviews on red carpet. We can kill these interviews everywhere. They hire influencers that don't know nothing about these artists or nothing.
Nothing about the industry.
Nothing. Danielle, how many times I'd be like, yo, did they really get a media pass? They got a media pass. I was like, yo, we can't, how many times we apply for media passes, we don't really try to, really don't get them or whatever the deal is. Right. And then you look at certain interviews and you be like, did they really ask them about what they eat, or how many times
like they don't got no degree? I don't got no degree. What's going on?
But at least know what the hell I'm talking about. Sure.
Right.
It is hard to look at that stuff because I feel like the energy here is we all want to see people win, but it's low key like a slap in the face to the hard work we put in, the education we had to teach ourselves, where they're giving opportunities to people who didn't even lift a finger and grind, and you're just giving these people the opportunities when you have a plethora of women who've been waiting for this moment to knock it out of the park. And it's like, just give us the opportunity to put our damn toe in the door. You ain't got to open the door fully, but let me get my toe in and I'm going to bust that shit open. Like, dang.
Talking about some, oh, well, what did you eat for breakfast this morning?
No. Oh, my God. I see it. I'd be like, no. Like, who do I have to talk to? Like, who do I have to call? Like, get me and my girls on here now. Like, because we can kill it. And it just takes that one interview, that one question that's gonna have us blow up.
Literally. Right. Because I feel like, and like I said, like Jionne, like you said, it's not that we're taking away from, them having the opportunity, but it's just like, well, there are real journalists. There are qualified people to.
I don't have a degree in journalism, but I take pride in what I do. I do my research. I try to you
have the resume though, so you're qualified.
Like questions,
I did my 800 hours.
Right.
I did it.
I mean, and that actually resonates with me in the corporate space. I see people with titles they don't deserve, and I'm sitting here like, and y'all giving me a hard time about a raise and promotion when you got Betsy Sue over here with this title and asking me to do her work. Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So I guess in the sense of like how I think about it is, I always trying to find the sunshine in the darkness. And I feel like, God gave them favor, it's something, but our time is coming. Our time is coming. And I know it is. Our time is coming. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes, and I've actually had to take this in for myself as well. I feel like sometimes those doors are not open because of the way that God has something, a major door that's opening for us. And I feel like, and I feel it in my soul. I feel it all the time. I say, I feel it. I feel something big is coming. And you know what? It's not about degrees. And I said, I want to be able to create something where women like us to be able to come in and we're just like, okay, right. Because who's to say we might not create our own music fest. We might create our own women ran label. We might create, and I'm not just going to say might because, hey, it's something coming down the pipeline, for us to be able to do that. And it's just like, it's sad when I see certain influencers doing certain things and asking certain things to the point where, look at the Mano interview. The influencer asked the question, Mano put his hands on him, so it was kind of crazy. But, and I just like, I hope like influencers take a lesson from some of these things that they're seeing in social media in regards to these interviews and like, okay, and really start putting in the work to say, you know what, maybe I need to up my craft a little bit. Maybe I need to really learn. Maybe if I don't know, take a class, a certification, or something. I don't know.
Say that. To use that money and take a course if you're serious about it.
Right.
Watch YouTube to watch some like other than you, like I can say for me personally, like I'm really into watching YouTube, like watching Breakfast Club, like when they have really good interviews. Angie Martinez, she's like one of my favorites.
Angie Martinez,
she's like one of my favorites.
Yes.
Like just watch interviews and like sometimes I'll hear a question, I'm like, oh, that's a really good question, and I'll write it down and I'll ask somebody that same question because it's that good. But you gotta like research, you know?
Right.
Do your research on the artist so they can feel better. Like they feel better when you know them. Like you just come in and you asking generic questions like, what's your influence? I really don't like asking that question.
You're right.
You know what the issue is
you?
at hand? People underestimate the work that it takes. They think you just get on the mic and ask questions when it's like, no, there's prep that's required. And we are living in a time where, unfortunately, we are the girlies who do the work, and there are girls who just get by because of their looks, or they get by because they have 1 million followers who don't want to do the work. So there's a lot of smoke and mirrors that I think now is starting to clear because people are realizing this is a skill set. This requires a qualified professional to do that. So I think these opportunities are happening, and we're seeing this because now it's our time to shine and say, hey, this is how I interview. This is my proof of things I've done. So, but people are going to now take it seriously because now brands' name is on the line where you hire people for your brand and they're messing up.
So let me ask you ladies a question before we wrap up. So I want to say, first of all, thank you again. This is amazing. We can get deep if we want to, but
I know this panel will be lit.
But this panel is going to be amazing. So we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it right there. So just a piggy-up question. Do you feel like gut punching in far as like a style in interviewing or being able to talking to your clients in regards to, what I mean by gut punching, usually I put use that in frame because sometimes there are some journalists or there are some media outlets that will start off, with some simple questions and then kind of go in for the kill.
Like Wendy Williams?
Timber Hall, things of the nature. Do you believe that, you can't survive as a platform without using the negative aspect of media?
I've had somebody tell me that I need to do those. They told me I need that. They was like, your platform is too cookie cutter. Like you have a great personality, but you need the gut punches. You need to ask them all the nitty gritties. And I was like, to be honest with you, I don't like, not that I don't care, but I'm here to talk about the music and the process and the discovery of the music. But I might teeter-totter and I ask them about their love life in a real cool way. But I won't ever try to gut punch like, how you pay your child support? Like that's none of.
I heard you was dating such and such.
Like it's none.
You just got to deal with it. What's the charges?
Just like you said, like I'm a representation of my brand, and it's like I feel like once you do one gut punch, they might be scared of you.
And they'll tell somebody else like, oh, you know what? Don't interview with her because she asked me all these like outlandish questions that just made me uncomfortable. And it's like you want to make people feel comfortable.
Yeah, I want a good rapport. The only way that I feel like I do gut punches is I do my lyric checks and I question, what did you say when you said this? And they turn it back and they're like, I've had some that I cannot post because they're like, I didn't mean what I said because I don't really do hurts. I was just saying it because it rhymed with the word before. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I think we have enough platforms
to hurt them. They hurt themselves.
Right.
So
I think we have enough platforms that already highlight that aspect of artists and creators. And I feel like it's enough of that. So why do I want to add to that? I want to differentiate myself and just get to the real deal, why this person is famous in the first place, the music, or if you're a producer, your movies, your stuff, like just get to the core of what you've done. And I feel like when you do that, you can unleash some unreleased information. You might get access to some stuff that other outlets don't have because you're focusing on what this person loves to talk about anyway.
Right.
Like be a breath of fresh air.
I'd be so scared of that.
Yeah. Hold on.
I get punched in the face.
Ask a question.
Okay. Is it up? Did it show? Okay. So we had a question. What advice can you give those looking to connect with experts in the industry?
Oh, I just wrote a book on this.
Oh, yes.
Plug it in.
I'm actually going to send you guys the PDF. It's the ebook, and you can kind of give it out free to everyone on your newsletter. But it's a pre-order right now. It drops on Monday, but it's called the Ultimate Networking Guide. and it just teaches people how to network in the entertainment industry. I wrote scripts in there you can use, how to, like, literally you can plug in a name and whatever the expertise is. If you want to contact someone on LinkedIn, I've given a script for if you refer to someone, how to reach out to them. It's literally 38 pages. I also included a productivity planner, like just how to connect with people. But to answer the question, I think if you want to connect with experts in the industry, you need to look up organizations. There's a lot of organizations that have events, so you can find like-minded people. So that requires a lot of research. LinkedIn is the best place, honestly. People who sleep on LinkedIn. You can literally, when you make your profile, you connect with people from your school. You can I can click on BET right now, and they'll list me a bunch of people from my schools or anything that's on my profile that is connected to that. It does the work for you. I can contact this person and say, hey, I noticed that you did this for BET. I'm trying to, get into this. Can we connect and have a conversation? But don't reach out to nobody if you're not researching on what they do so that you can know how they can help you. It's not that people don't want to help you reach out to them. They don't know how, because you're giving them work. You need to already come to them with already a plan laid out of what you want from them and what you can provide from them. Make it a 50-50 thing.
Yes. I agree with everything you just said. That's one thing. We utilize a lot of our sources. There's a lot of times I'm sit down and I'm researching individuals, and I just start, I'll send out an email, or I'll send, if I seen them, or I'll figure out if they're on a panel or if they're somewhere, whatever the deal is. I watch a video. I'm like, you know what? I reach out to them and let them know, hey, this video was amazing. You really touched on, A, B, C, and D. I would love to connect, just get some more thoughts and more details. Like, but it takes time. Sometimes people just be like, hey, I want to connect with whatever the deal is. And, you're just like, oh, okay. And
there's no connection.
There's no connection. So I definitely say everything, utilize social media. I spend lots of time on LinkedIn, lots of time. I came across some creators we asked them, they said they would love to come be on our show, and who's doing a million things, between here and California, all sorts. So, it's really taking the time. Say if you dedicate 30 minutes, either on the weekend or out your day or something, just to really kind of network and reach out to people. Yep. That's how I find new artists. I sit and I really be scrolling and going through them, and just listening, all right, this is dope. So yes, you have to really you have to put yourself out there. You have to be in every place, every event, I swear to God, there's some organizations that I've joined the committee just to get the inside scoop on events. Like, I ain't really trying to do nothing, but let me join this committee since they asking for help, just so I can figure out what's going on. And it will help you in the end, because you'll have access to stuff people don't have. Yep. All right. So we're not gonna give too much. We're gonna let it sit there. We're gonna give if you guys want to put in your ads, please. If you're not following the ladies, you can actually hit the down arrow. You'll see all the list of the ladies and their Instagram pages. Please make sure you are following. Please, if you're not following GNS&x, please come through, follow us. We keep you updated on the latest independent artists. We got some interviews happening. We got our podcast. Let's run that. And most importantly, next Saturday,
May
13th, please come through, because it's not only these days. We do have Nikki Vontae that's coming through as well, who is Vontae Media. She's also a part of our panel. She couldn't join us tonight. Please, we're gonna have a mixer. We're gonna have DJ Canal coming through. We're gonna have some drinks. We have some food. Listen, we got some. It's gonna be lit. Okay, so definitely go to the link in our bio. Definitely get your tickets in Eventbrite if you're here in the New York area. So last round we're gonna have, before we leave, we have a lightning round. You just shoot out your answers in regards to this. So in regards to it, so guys, who would it be, Jasmine Sullivan or Ari Lennox?
Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine. You're a diehard Jasmine fan.
That was not hard at all. No shade.
I'm a diehard.
Last song you downloaded?
Oh, Victoria Monet. That's a good
song. You might be falling in love.
Yes.
It's the shortest, best song.
Yes.
She's 1 minute long. Stresses me out, because I have to have it on repeat now to feel like I'm listening to a full song.
I'm not gonna lie. It's the Victoria Monet and the Lucky Day for me with Smoke. That I've been listening to that like crazy. Very good.
I've been listening to Sexy Red.
I didn't want to say my turn because mine is NLE Chopper.
Listen.
I like it. I'm working on me.
Listen, I came in here to Toya show. I was like, you listen to the song Pound Town? She was like, Pound Town.
I like the song.
I'm ashamed, but
Favorite rapper
Right now?
right now?
Oh.
Oh, of
Yeah, I was
course.
like,
You know, it's Lola for me. Lola Brooke all day.
Okay, Lola Brooke.
Right now, I would say
They gotta be
right now. I would say Joey Badass. Right.
Okay. For that. Jionne, what you got?
I lost because I'm still on Tupac.
You know what?
But like of all time, I would say Jay-Z.
okay.
That's my
I
favorite.
feel like of all time, we have to say Jay-Z. But for right now, I'm with the girls.
With the girls.
Yeah,
Got you. Yeah, Lola Brooke is definitely on my radar. All right. So, fill in the blank. Kanye West is
Complicated.
I still love Kanye, but we praying for him.
unpredictable.
Cool. All right, and last question. If you could save one, and I'm not putting these ladies against each other because we love them. If you had to save one, who would it be? Kelly Rowland or Beyonce?
Oh my God! Bye.
God damn it!
No, this was not okay. Because if I say any answer, I still need to go to the concert. So no.
Okay.
Beyonce. I'm a Beyonce. But I love Kelly.
I love all of them. I love all
But
of them.
I'm not bumping Kelly
I'm
all
not
the
putting
time.
them
She
against
hasn't
each
got me through anything. If Kelly would have dropped Virgo's Groove, we could have talked.
Listen,
Shoot a slid on that. Shoot a slid.
I don't know. She was probably there when it was written, though. So he took part somehow.
Something.
You gotta do Beyonce versus Blue or something. Like, come on. That's
Okay.
Not her manager.
Blue Ivy. All right. I guess so, guys. Listen. So I put Nicki or Cardi.
Cardi.
Ooh.
Whichever
No
one
shit. It's
likes to
not
work
about
with
rap.
smaller
It's just-
outlets.
I'm
And
disappointed in Nicki Minaj.
I think Cardi would want to work with smaller outlets because I heard Nicki.
Yeah, Cardi.
I'm with
and
Cardi.
it has nothing to do with music or rap. I'm just doing personality based.
Personality.
Okay.
I can
Got you.
I'm doing what you want to kind of work with me, and I think Cardi would like me more than Nicki.
Cardi's a girl's girl. She won't do it and talk about you later on. No shade.
I mean, I love both ladies, but I respect Cardi because look, at the Met Gala, she shouted out Scarlett, who's an up-and-coming artist and who's, blowing up right now. Yeah. So, that was amazing, so to see. So, it's what we got. So somebody said, okay. It was one other question. I don't know if you ladies have time really quickly. We could take this last question and then we can wrap out. Said, great live. Sorry, not sure if this was asked, but what's been your favorite moment interview within your career?
Oh, wow.
That's a good question.
Oh, wow.
I would say 112.
Okay.
Interviewing 112 was like in Twister. They were both like great, and I almost cried because I'm like, aww. Yeah, I don't understand. Like you guys are like legends. Like I can't. Like why are you here? Why are you on TikTok? But those two, and
mine was Lola because it was very authentic.
It was. I love that one.
It was very authentic. I love the song. I was playing the song for like 5 episodes straight. I forced the song down everybody's throat, whoever got in my car. So when I got a hold of her, she was like, "Of course, absolutely." And we got it done. She was getting her hair done the whole time, and we're just on live. And it was just like, you ever felt like you met your friend? It felt like that because I was just like, "Yo, I love your song because I like this part." So for everybody else, like it was cool, but a lot of people when she started blowing up, everybody's like, "No, I seen her with you. I remember her from you," and that was a good feeling because that's the purpose of my platform. Yeah. It's the discovery platform, like because we don't have that anymore.
Yeah,
right.
Because everybody want the main.
Yeah,
everybody that's hot right now.
It's hot.
Yeah. And my ears is okay, y'all. Like the last few people that I hit for interviews, they're getting signed. Like it's hot. So I love that feeling.
Listen,
she need her finder's fee.
Listen,
we're gonna have to create. We gotta create a label over here. You know,
literally.
Got our team right here.
I'm ready.
Jionne?
Mine is going to be corny because I don't interview artists, but I would say the best person I've interviewed industry-wise is Yusuf Hewitt. He's currently the manager for Desi Banks, but he used to manage Jadena. I always mess up his name, Jadena, but he's literally the smoking gun behind a lot of the major festivals, One Music Fest, APC Festival. Every time I interview him on any platform, I interviewed him for the first time in 2020 during a live conference called the Jamboree, and then he came on my platform. He drops so much major gems. Speaking to him, it's literally such a breath of fresh air. He's just so amazing to talk to. He has so much information that he shares for free. He has so much good insight in the industry. And every interview I have with him, he just knock it out the ballpark. And I just get information I wasn't even looking for. And I feel like when you interview him, he also pours into you. And he kind of does his research on you when he agrees to interview with you and starts mentioning things about you and giving you your flowers. But it's just a beautiful thing to speak to him every time. Like, shout out to you, Sid. That's my boy.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
That is so good. Listen, ladies, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Guys, for those who stuck with us the whole time and came through, this is just some of what you will be getting on next Saturday. So please make sure, once again, we can't say it enough. Please make sure you join us for our Pursuit and Passion 2 mixer and panel with these beautiful and intelligent ladies. So thank you. All right. We do appreciate you. Trust me, we are giving you your flowers and you are well deserving of it.
Thank you.
All right.
You guys are amazing. I'm excited.
I'm
I'm
so
going to get my makeup done.
I can't wait.
Go get me too.
I cannot wait.
Can we drink?
What's the dress code? What y'all
Girl.
wearing? What y'all wearing?
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
up
yet.
and beyond, okay?
I'm trying to drink a
my
little bit so I
birthday.
can answer some questions before it goes downhill.
Listen, thank you so much again, guys. Ladies, enjoy the rest of your night. We look forward to seeing you on next week.
Thank you.
Night.
Bye.